All right. Hey, Dominus, you're back with our forecast.
That's right.
Tale of two forecasts this weekend. Melody and I have been lamenting over it.
Yeah, spring yesterday, and we're back to winter today.
Yeah.
Cold front came through and gave us a cold snap, and that's what we're tracking in our first alert with headlines with single-digit wind chills the next couple of days here. How about warming up into the 40s and 50s this week, and then we're also tracking some rain by the middle of the week. Current temperatures in Chelsea at 16. Good morning. Good morning, Cambridge. We're at 18. How about 15 in Boxford, 16 in Reading. We're 17 in Newton and Needham, 18 in Dedham. You'll see the temperatures in Scituate at 19, Gloucester at 17. We're at 16 in Marlborough. How about those numbers there closer to Barnstable at 19, 12 in Worcester, 20 degrees in Norwood. But it feels much colder. When you step out the door, make sure you have a coat and make sure you have the gloves and the hat as well, because the feels like temperatures in Lawrence 3 below zero. 4 below in Portsmouth, 3 there in Beverly, 2 in Bedford. It feels like it's 13 in Chatham, 6 in P-Town. How about below zero? Again, 6 below in Worcester, 1 below in Fitchburg, and about 9 in Norwood. So as we look at the feels like temperatures for the next several hours, this is for much of Boston and greater Boston. Feels like temperatures by noon at 10 degrees. It will feel like 14 at 3 o'clock this afternoon. I wish we could have kept the spring-like weather all weekend long with plenty of sunshine, but the sun will do very little to warm us up for today. And then as we head through later tonight and early tomorrow morning, feels like temperatures by 7 o'clock at about 1 degree. Feels like temperatures you'll see as we head through the next several hours and toward 11 o'clock tonight, still very cold. There could be some spots tomorrow morning even below zero with the feels like temperatures. Negatives there for Worcester, Leominster there at 5 toward Haverhill. And you'll notice the temperatures, feels like temperatures in the 20s as we go into the afternoon, even some teens. By your Tuesday morning, we'll be in the teens again. So we're in the cooler side of high pressure. Winds go clockwise around high pressure. So those winds coming in from west and northwest next couple of days. But then we look ahead as those winds start turning in from the south. That's going into Wednesday and Thursday. High temperatures in the 50s by then, and you'll see it right there. The average high about 42. 56 going into Wednesday, 57 for Thursday, but a roller coaster ride. We're back in the mid 40s for Friday into much of the weekend next week into even early next week. But have no fear, you'll see over the next 8 to 14 days, the forecasters from the Climate Prediction Center, they're saying that we're going to have above normal temperatures for much of the country, including right here in New England. That'll be great for us. Again, the average high is 42, not talking about 80 degrees. Not talking about 90, but we'll at least be above average with those numbers. Hey, if you have any traveling to do, I want you to understand that as we look ahead in the forecast, this is Monday here, like at least a little snowfall over to the west. But going into the deep south here into Tuesday, there are going to be some spots toward East Texas areas in Arkansas, Louisiana, the Mississippi Valley here. They're going to be seeing some severe weather, so just be mindful of that. Here at home, we're just going to be tracking the chance of rain in the forecast into Wednesday and Thursday. There's your 10-day. Chances will be going up about 70% chance on Wednesday. Then next weekend, a few showers, partly cloudy for Sunday, temperatures at 43, partly sunny next Monday.